You made a decision 5 seconds ago without realizing it. You didn't weigh your options. You didn't think it through. Your brain just did it. And here is what's interesting. It's going to do it again, right now, without your permission. We all walk around believing we are in control, that we think things through, that our choices are ours. But neuroscience, psychology, and decades of research tell a very different story. And by the end of this video, you are going to look at your own decisions differently. Not just some of them, all of them. Here is a question economists had a beautiful answer to for over 100 years. Why do people make the choices they make? They answer, people are rational. They gather information, they weigh their options, they choose what's best for them. It made perfect sense. It was also almost completely wrong, because real people don't do that. Real people buy things they don't need, skip the gym they paid for, and scroll their phones for 2 hours when they meant to check one notification. Not because they are stupid, because the brain wasn't built to be rational. It was built to survive. For most of human history, the biggest threats were immediate. A rustle in the bushes, a face that looks hostile, a situation that smells wrong. Your brain had milliseconds to respond, not hours. So it evolved to act first and think later, fast, automatic, emotionally driven. That system still runs today, but now it's making decisions about your money, your relationships, your career. At the same speed it used to dodge predators. Here's the key insight most people don't never get. Your brain is not asking what's best. It's asking what's safe right now. Because that single shift explains almost every bad decision you've ever made. Think about procrastination. You have work to do. You know you should start. Your brain labels it as uncomfortable, which to a survival brains mean avoid. So you reach to your phone, you watch one video, then another. Your brain isn't being lazy. It's doing exactly what it was designed to do. Avoid discomfort, seek safety, right now. Or think about impulse buying. You see something marked 40% off. Your brain reads that as scarcity, opportunity, and you should act now. It doesn't stop to ask, do I need this? Is 14% off actually a good deal? It just reacts, and by the time you slow, rational thinking kicks in. The item is already in your cart. Or, an example is stress. When stress goes up, rational thinking goes down. Not a little, a lot. Under stress, your brain defaults to habits and instincts. The very things most likely to make a bad situation even worse. Every single one of these patterns is predictable. Predictable means understandable. And understandable means you can do something about it. Your brain uses what psychologists call heuristics, mental shortcuts. Psychologists Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky spent decades mapping this out, work that eventually won Kahneman the Nobel Prize in economics, even though he was never an economist. They are not random, they evolve because they usually work. If everyone else is running, run. If something feels familiar, trust it. If something is rare, value it more. In a simpler world, those instincts kept you alive. In the modern world, they make you buy things you don't want, trust people you shouldn't, and ignore risks that actually are dangerous. Because the brain isn't calibrated for supermarkets, social media, or stock markets. It's calibrated for a world that no longer exists. Here is the part that matters. This is not a character flaw. This is not a lack of willpower. This is not something wrong with you. This is how your brain works. And knowing that changes everything, because you stop blaming yourself and start building better systems. 3 practical things you can do right now. 1. Slow down on decisions that feel urgent. Most bad decisions happen fast. Urgency is a feeling, not always a reality. If something is pushing you to decide right now, that's a signal to pause. Wait 24 hours on purchases. sleep on big decisions. Reply to angry messages in the morning. 2. Name the emotion before you act. When you feel the pull to decide, ask yourself one question. What am I feeling right now? Stressed, excited, bored, anxious? Just naming the emotion reduces its grip. Your brain's alarm system gets quieter when the thinking brain checks in. 3. Question what feels obvious. If a decision feels completely clear, almost too easy, that's exactly when to slow down. Ask, would I still feel this way if I would slept on it? If the answer is maybe not, you have your answer. This is the first video in a series on how your brain actually makes decisions. Not how it should, but how it does. We'll get into specific biases that bend your thinking without you noticing. We'll look at how your environment shapes behavior. We'll look at how companies, governments, and social media are using all of this on you right now. And we'll talk about what you actually can do about it. Because the goal isn't just to understand the problem. The goal is to think more clearly. Every video in this series is going to add a layer. Your brain is not broken. It's not weak. It's not stupid. It's running ancient software in a modern world. And the first step to better decisions is accepting that your brain was never optimized for them. It was optimized for survival. Once you see that, everything starts to make more sense. Subscribe if you want to go deeper and tell me in the comments what is a decision you made recently that you still can't fully explain. I read every one, so see you in the next one.